Smash and all your very badass characters we've seen over the years. And I've been wondering, because of those, would you, if the opportunity arose for you to get more involved more on a more live-action capacity, what hero would you like to play and why?
I've never been asked that question. I don't know. It's just one of those things where, like, I did that once. Like, I was like, oh, it would be really cool to play a Black Widow. And, you know what I mean? So, but it's cool. Like, I support the filmmakers and their visions, and it all has to kind of come together. I mean, I remember at one point people were going like, oh, you should play Wonder Woman, and someone mentioned it to Joss, and Joss is like, I love me some Eliza, I love me, some Dushku, but Amazonian, she is not, Respect. I was like, you know what, right on. So, I think you just have to kind of be realistic about some things.
I don't know if we've ever had a live-action She-Hulk.
I think I could do that. I think I could get super green, and I'd have to probably beef up a little bit. But then they make muscle suits, right? So yeah, I would rock some Shulky, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
How you guys doing? Everyone good?
Yeah.
Good about these questions and my answers.
I have two questions.
I remember you from yesterday.
Yeah. So my first one is, what's your favorite imprint? And my second question is, how's college life and what do you plan on doing with your degree?
Hashtag college life. My favorite imprint verse was probably, I was like a ninja in The Man on the Street, if you recall. I was kind of a total ninja, and I had asked for that, so that was a good one. I also enjoyed when I got to be crazy with Alan Tudyk. Those were awesome episodes. What was my character? What was her name? No, not Whiskey. It was just the crazy one with Alan Tudyk. I don't know. I had like the thing. I'll Google myself. I'll get back to you. I'm sorry, but you'll know the one if you know the show. And then how's college? I'm taking this semester off because we had a lot of work to do with Dear Albania. We're also producing our Maplethorpe movie still and aim to be in production in June. And the movie's going to be going over to Albania, and they asked me to come and present it there. And I'm also leading a trip. Some of you may be familiar with our organization, Thrive Gulu. Thank you if you've ever donated or retweeted or supported, but I'm leading my first trip to Uganda next month without Mom Judy. I'm freaking out, but it's going to be awesome. So I took the semester off, but my freshman year, as a 34-year-old freshman last year, I'm not trying to brag, but they got 4.0. And hey, I'm kind of a super nerd. And I went to the university that my mother taught at for 47 years, so she knew my professors, and I was really obsessive about not, disappointing her or being just a dumb actress. So I busted it out. Thanks for asking.
Thanks. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Any funny behind-the-scenes stories from Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
There are a few. I mean, I gotta reach way back. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like one of my biggest learning experiences probably on Buffy was when I had one of my first on-screen make-out kiss parties with Angel. And I mean, I go by instinct a lot, and I have since my earliest days acting. And so there was the scene where where we fight, and then I throw him on the ground, and I'm straddling him in this red shirt, and I'm either gonna kill him or bleep him. He turns vampire face on me, and then he tells me that he's gonna, be on my side and we're gonna kill Buffy together or something. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I got him like this, and then I grab him and I kiss his face. And so on the first take, we did the take, and his vampire teeth like pierced my tongue. I felt like blood in my mouth. I was like, oh, Joss, can we remove his vampire teeth for the next take? Because it just pierced my tongue, and it's very uncomfortable, but I want to still do it with the same gusto on the rest of the takes, and everyone was quiet. And Joss is like, wow, Eliza's so like, using a lot of tongue, huh? David was like, shut up, Joss! Yeah, I was like, what? It's only kind of make-believe, right? Method, what do you want? So I learned a little lesson there that not everybody is that real. Keep it real.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
So you played a lot of different characters on Dollhouse, and I was wondering if, like, after any specific episode, you just like was like, wow, like that happened, and like what episode or character that was. You know, just like something that's just kind of like, you know, like really left an impression on you.
Impression, so to speak.
Sure.
Sure. Let's see. The second episode of Dollhouse where we go bow hunting, that guy makes me his adventure partner, and we go bow hunting, and then he hunts me. I thought that was kind of insane. And it was weird that, it was funny though, because when Joss and I had our lunch, and then we talked about making the show, and he sent me an email with like the one sheet for the show and the idea and everything within the same 5 seconds that I sent him a email about my first bow hunting experience. I mean, I know there may be some animal lovers in the house, but I eat meat again, and if you're gonna eat meat, I think you should know, perhaps, know what it's like to, I've ever only hunted what I've eaten. So yeah, I went bow hunting in elk in Colorado with my boyfriend at the time, and I wrote him this email about it, and it was cool because then he went, wow, he sent this email at the same time, and then he wrote back and said, that's completely insane, and it's going to be the second episode. But then he added a twist of me being hunted, which I thought was maybe him trying to prove a point. But they're both from New England. Get the fuck out of Oklahoma and Colorado and start hunting with people and things. But so it was just kind of neat to see something that I kind of lived and that then he creatively took and turned into this thing. And then all of a sudden there we were, and I was being hunted and running through the woods in Angeles National Park, and and just getting. It was just a wild episode. It felt very real.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Who here has seen the one-shot short film with Freddie Wong?
This guy. Right here. The third row.
But I'm not the only one. So how was it
fun.
working on that?
It was very cool. That was Freddie Wong, who I think is a really talented, obviously, film dude. And he called me up, and we had a friend in common, and he was doing this one-shot short, I guess, and he wanted a badass chick that looked cool and done. And I loved it. It was all in this one shot. Once the sequence starts with the killing everyone. So you guys can find it if you like it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
On Freddie Wong's channel as well. It was just cool. It was just a little day gig, and I liked the people, and I like to just say yes to cool things that people ask me to do with them. Got any ideas? Yeah. Thank you.
Are we just projecting? Very good. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm doing fantastic. I'm sure I'm not the only guy here that has had the fantasy
Everywhere.
what, just back to back fighting vampires, kill them? What the hell are you? I'm not first thinking. dirty people. Chainsaw and Bob Strike Back. Absolutely love doing that. How how was it working with those guys, and why are you stalking Jason Beavis, huh?
I mean, am I stalking Jason Beavis?
You
We
just
stalk each
happens you
other.
guys are both
We
here.
stalk each other. Yeah, I saw him yesterday. I love that guy.
So
that was
do
a
I.
fun
That
movie.
was awesome.
It was a fun, again, just kind of a random weird thing. I met, Kevin asked me to meet him, and Scott Mosier is part of his music partner in LA. And I sat down and eat with them, and he was like, "Your name's Duck Shoot? No. Your name's fucking Fresh Prick?" Sorry again. But we just got this banter right away, and it was the Duck Shoot Prick banter that then he said, "I like that," and I kind of enjoyed it too. And then he asked me to do this movie, and it was just a lot of fun.
Your joy and pleasure in real life is you are on TV. It's awesome. Thank you very much.
Sir.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Cleveland.
Thank you.
I would like to know if you could explain the process and the workflow in preparing as an actor for TV versus film, and then talk about your transition and what you learned as you transitioned to producing.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, wait, the first part is what?
What's the difference in the workflow and how you prepare for film versus TV?
Okay. I'd say it's, with the exception of just what I mentioned earlier, just the timing. You just don't always get as much time when you're working in television and you shoot 8 day. For a drama, for an hour drama, it's 8 shooting days, usually weekends off, so it's about a week and a half. And for film, you get rehearsal time, you get, months in advance. You're only shooting maybe, a couple pages a day versus shooting 10 to 15 pages a day. I mean, you have more time to prepare. And as far as my own preparation, I think I try to do as much for both. I mean, it's the same to me.
How do you flesh out your character? How do you keep track? Because everything's not shot in order, so with
Yeah.
continuity, how do you kind of develop and prepare to jump from one series of emotions
You mean
to
like my
another?
process, dude? Like my
Yeah, exactly.
process? I mean, I don't even know, it's sort of just instinctual by now. I do work with a coach oftentimes, as much as I possibly can, because it's helpful to, work it, and that's my job, is to kind of like do it the best that I can, and I definitely need help with that. And I have a coach that I've actually worked with since I was 9 years old. He was the first person who ever put me on tape when I tripped and fell at my brother's audition when I was 9. And it was like the late 80s, early 90s. He was rocking this like Last of the Mohicans, Daniel Day-Lewis ponytail that I still like to crap for. But like I've known the guy forever, and we know each other inside and out, and he helps me a lot with stuff. And then I just dig in and I do. It depends. I mean, I've played some crazy characters. I did not become God bless you if that was a sneeze. I did not start smoking crack when I played Gina in City by the Sea, and
Good call.
yeah, I'm not that method, but I did like get dark, and I did spend some weird nights in a hotel in Asbury Park with James Franco, who played my smack baby daddy, and it was weird. I mean, didn't sleep a lot, smoked a lot of cigarette, just try to do what you can without destroying yourself. Yeah, I mean, destroy myself a little, but
What about your transition to producer, from actor to producer? What did you learn from that?
Whew, it is harder than it looks. I will say that. There are just so many more responsibilities. There are so many technicalities. There are so many clearances. And I mean, even in the case of Dear Albania, I felt awful because I had so many fans that had contributed to the movie, and they started writing messages being like, "I hate you! Like, where is the movie? Like, you lied!" I'm like, "I swear to God, like, we're doing everything in our power." We edited the film because we raised about $70,000 on Kickstarter, and that's nothing to sneeze at, but I was like blown away and so grateful. We edited the film, and right as we were about to release the film, the entire government in Albania changed, and we were told that we needed all new clearances from like the people that we shot under, and we had the former prime minister. It's kind of a big deal. He's like the head of the country, and so we had to pause, and we had to jigger some things, and we had to go back. I mean, we went back 6 months ago and got footage of the current prime minister, not because it was a political piece, but because we felt, you know, the country is divided, much like this country, and to have one and not the other wasn't appropriate. You understand? So it's a long, I mean, 5 years. With our Maple Thorpe project, it's been 9 years. You know, legal things, scripts changing, actors, and they're changing minds. My God, I want to just strangle them. But it's just, there is a lot more on your plate, and you just have to, like, every time you feel like the movie's just sinking, or, you know, like there is no hope in sight, you're like ready to throw in the towel, and like the clouds part, and like this ray of sunshine comes in, and it, you know, keeps you going. And so it's probably more gratifying in a way because you're so much more invested in it. Your family's invested, like you know, everyone in your life is so invested in it because it's your baby. It's really your kid.
Toxic Pop has a new Facebook page. Like it to see pictures and keep informed about our upcoming events and videos. A link is in the description. Go to www.facebook.com/toxicpop1.